I want to go back to this example I was giving about how we target specific people when people hire us to sell their home for them. So when, again, traditionally, when somebody hires a real estate agent, what does that agent do? It goes in the MLS. A sign goes in the yard. From the MLS, it then syndicates to a bunch of different websites. There is no magic there. It's a level playing field. Everybody does the same thing. Maybe they post it on their business Facebook page that has, 500 likes on it or whatever. I'm not putting those agents down. I'm just saying that the only audience that's seeing that online are the people that have liked their business page. And if not many people have liked their business page, or if the people that have liked it are other real estate agents or their, family and friends, it's kind of like having a billboard in the middle of nowhere for your business. You're not driving traffic to that specific post. You're not finding people that are interested enough in the property based on analytics to then see the post, to then drive them to a website, so on and so forth. I'm going to explain what we do here. When we walk into a property and we explain our marketing to people, depending upon their kind of understanding of how the world works online, we'll either give a very watered down version of our process. On the other hand, I had a conversation, and I'm working with a gentleman that is a computer scientist that, I don't even know what his exact title is. But anyways, he is very familiar with the practices that we do in order to generate business on our listings. So when we walk through a house, we ask ourselves the simple question of, who do we think the kind of buyer for this home would be? Is it a first-time home buyer? Is it an empty nester? Is it somebody moving up into a larger home because their family's growing? Are they relocating to the area? Is it a military buyer? Is it, a retirement couple? All these different types of people have specific demographics, right? So that's kind of step one, is let's segment out the people that we think would more than likely be the buyer for this house. So let's just focus on a home in a family-friendly neighborhood, right? A lot of families live in there, a lot of kids. So that's step one, is all right. Well, let's target the people that maybe are moving up. That say it's a nicer neighborhood in Mount Pleasant. It's likely not somebody's first purchase, so they own their own home. So first step is, all right, let's identify those demographics, those groups of people that apply to that property. Next step is we have to make sure that those people actually have a real estate interest, right? It's not like we're just throwing up a bunch of marketing on the wall to everybody that has a family and seeing who wants to buy a home in that specific area of Charleston. No, we have to make sure that there's a specific real estate interest, so we can ask the question of who has been online and looked at real estate in that area, in that zip code, in that price range over the past, say, 90, 180 days. So now we have this group of people with a real estate interest in that area, all of which we can find. And then we take it one step further and say, who is displaying online behavior right now that leads us to believe they are preparing for a move? What sort of analytics can we look at to determine their likelihood to move? And this can apply to both buyers and sellers, which we do and we use. And so we can say, as an example, all right, well, let's say somebody's relocating to the area. Who has searched for real estate in this area, and who, as an example, has researched schools in a particular zip code in which that search originated from a different zip code? I mean, when was the last time you researched schools in a different area unless you were thinking about moving there? So all these things combined give us this target audience that we can market to for that particular property. And once they see that ad, it drives them to a website for their property. And of course, if they register, then boom, we call them. And by the way, and I can prove this, our average response time to incoming leads on my team is 15 seconds. Industry average is 36 hours. I'm just saying. But let's say they come and they look at the site and they look at your property and they say, oh, that's really nice, but they choose not to leave their contact information. Well, just like you going to Amazon and looking at something and then choosing not to buy it, you're going to be reminded that you looked at that thing. Maybe you looked at a hammer. And next time you go to Amazon, they say, hey, you looked at this hammer. It's a nice hammer. Sure you don't want to buy this hammer? I think you should buy this hammer. Or maybe you go online to a different website and you see a little banner ad that said, hey, remember that hammer you looked at on Amazon? Just in case, here's a quick link if you wanted to go and check it out again. We're doing the same thing just from a real estate perspective. And it goes so much deeper than that because we also have the ability to target people that are likely to sell their home. Think about how valuable that would be as a buyer right now in a market where inventory is incredibly low. Or think about the person that wants to sell their home and then buy another, but they're afraid to put their property on the market because they can't find what they want. So if I'm explaining, or if your situation falls within those parameters, or if you just want more information on what buying or selling a home is going to look like next year and something we can help you through, feel free to give me a call. The thing that I think has really separated us is, of course, our ability to proactively market properties and identify people on a case-by-case basis based on your needs. But we also have the database that we can already sift through, all the conversations we've already had. So if that's something that we can help you with, 843-400-8009 is my number, 843-400-8009. Or check us out online, listingsincharleston.com. That's listingsincharleston.com. You guys enjoy the rest of your year. Happy holidays, and thanks as always for listening to the Brian Beatty Real Estate Show on the Big Talker 1250 WTMA and WTMA.com.
Join us for another edition of the Brian Beatty Real Estate Show next Saturday morning at 9 and Sunday morning at 10. Contact Brian Beatty online at listingsincharleston.com. That's listingsincharleston.com. Or call him at 843-345-1273. 843-345-1273.